I'm stuck in this box for so long. Do I need to be here? Yes, you do. Because you're so safe in here. And I'm going to protect you forever. That's great. But there's no movement in here. It's the same pattern every day. Look, I want to step out. There's a wonderful opportunity. Are you sure? I mean, why do you want to step out? It's so perfect and you're so comfortable. Don't make that mistake. Just stay here. I'm telling you, just stay here. I'll be fine. I got this. Yeah, I got this. I got this. I got this. My name is Deepna Patel, and today, without your permission, I'm going to take you directly back to the chapter 3 of my life story, college days. So I remember I was studying in a fashion college, and in one of the college festivals, it so happened that there was a beauty pageant being organized. So my best friend who knew that, I wanted to go for Miss India and I was dreaming about it for so long, he came up to me and he said, "Hey, you're applying, right? You're going for it, right?" And I was like, one part of me was really excited, and the other part of me was scared as hell. Like I was really terrified. And he was like, "Why? Just do it." I was like, "You don't know. Speaking, मेरा weakness है. मेरे से नहीं होता ये सब." So at that point, I did not share something with him, which I'm going to share with you all. So, cut to chapter 2 of my life, school days. Class 3B, the class teacher says, stand up and start reading from the textbook. I stand up, I start reading. My voice is shaky. It's almost like I'm losing my voice, and I just wanted to sit down. And the moment I sat down, there were two boys next to me who made fun of me. After that day, I never raised my hand in class. I never asked any questions. And this pattern repeated again and again. When my school decided to organize this big theater production, deep within, I was hoping to be casted. I was longing for expression. But in reality, no dialogues, and I was one of the dancers dancing in the background. Finally, in the ninth standard, inspired by my seniors, I decided to apply for this leadership position, for which you have to give a speech. So I tried writing a speech, one full page, front and back, folded it in my pocket, and on that day, my name was announced, and I came up on stage. I am Deepna Patel, class 9B. I should be Ruby House GS because I got off the stage. I went out and I said, क्यों ट्राई किया? ये मेरी strength नहीं है. सबके सामने seniors, juniors, teachers, I made a fool of myself. Cut to the reality. My friend is like, hey, for taking part, right? And I'm looking at him and I'm like, पर कैसे? And he's like, ऐसे ही, जैसे ही हो, जितना आता है वैसे ही कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा. And I'm like, yeah, you don't know. So at the back of my mind, I knew that if I want to compete on the national stage, I better try out right now. So yes, I did listen to my heart. I took part in the pageant. And on the day of the pageant, it so happened that the first round was one of the speaking rounds. And unfortunately, I was contestant number 1. And you must have seen that in beauty pageants, how they stand and they talk like that and they smile and yeah. So I was contestant number 1, and the mic came to me. It was handed over to me. I heard the question. I was looking straight, and for the next 10 seconds, all that people heard was I froze again. The MC came. She said, "Thank you, Deepna." And she took the mic away. In broad daylight, in front of seniors, juniors, and my teachers, I froze again. On that day, I had two choices. And in life, you always have two choices. Choice number one, you stay inside that box and you let others define what you stand for. And then years later, you have kilos of regret. Choice number two, you choose to step out of that box. Your heart is beating, you're nervous. But in spite of all of that, in spite of your weaknesses, your inhibitions, you choose to step out. You choose to face your fears head on. So I chose the second option. And I decided to not give up until I don't change that reality. So that day became the turning point of my life. Because of that one strong experience, I was no more scared of failing. So, one of the biggest lessons I've learned through my pageant journey is never compare your journey with anyone else's. Because a rose can never bloom like a lotus, and a lotus can never bloom like a sunflower. So I remember the day when my mom came to drop me at the pageant school. And I was standing outside the door and I could see all these talented boys and girls walking into the pageant school, and they were so smart and well spoken. And my mom was like, "Ja andar, ja." And I'm like, "Na, nathi jo, nathi jo." I was feeling so intimidated. I was like, and the box voice was like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You remember the experiences, right? How can you just step into that door?" So finally, again, I took that step. I went inside. And on top of that, I was one of the shortest contestants applying from the pageant school. So I remember having this conversation with my pageant coach. She said, "Deepna, work so hard and become so good that they cannot deny you." So after that day, I started to not focus on what I could not control, which was my height. And I started focusing on everything else. How will I present myself? The number of questions that I can practice, and my diet and my workout. And eventually, I became one of the best students in that pageant school. And the reason I was able to do that was because I was an action taker. These two words are magical. Okay, so I remember when my teacher would say something, I would make notes, and the next session, the next mock pageant, I would actually apply that and I'll be there. And the others would just listen and be like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, this I know, yeah." But I would actually apply, I would take real time action. Because when you don't take action, you're still inside the box. If you're talking about it, you're still inside the box. Only when you take real action and you face your fear head on is when you are taking real action. So, how did I become the best student in the pageant school? I will answer that with a quote by this basketball coach called Tim Notka. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So, if I can do it, you can do it too. And that is how a girl who couldn't even smile fully, who was behind the scenes, she took one powerful decision on one day that I'm going to change my story. And she was able to do so because she decided to step outside the box. And eventually, I won the first ever Femina Style Diva pageant in India in 2012. And 6 months later, I also ended up winning I Am She Miss Universe India second runner up. Again, in spite of being one of the shortest contestants, I also ended up winning the fitness title. And today, I'm also a stage and screen actor performing in 3 languages all across India and abroad. So I again and again took that step outside the box to change my reality. And now I've had multiple experiences of speaking on the mic again and again, making mistakes, learning from it, and growing from it. So because I stepped outside the box and I started moving in the direction of possibilities, is why I was able to do something that I never thought of. So initially, when I stepped out of the box, even my parents were like, "Are you sure?" But when they saw me take action again and again, is when they started believing in me And they too stepped out of the box and they started walking with me. So, Viva la vida. How do you know if you're living life fully? It's very easy. When you hear the box voice, it means you're doing that. Because what is the box voice? It's the fear center of your brain. And in school, we were never taught that your brain is hardwired for your survival, not success. So the minute you're doing something that you've never done, like I'm talking on this platform for the first time, it's going to say, hey, are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, so it's always going to stop you. And in that moment, what do? You take that step in spite of how you're feeling. Maybe there is self doubt, you take a step. Maybe you're feeling inhibited, you take a step. Or maybe you're thinking about your weakness, you still take a step. And that's how you move in that direction. So, over 2 years, I made 3 attempts at winning the national title. And in the third time, I finally won. And this period is a period from which I constantly draw a lot of strength and courage when I'm facing roadblocks and difficulties in my life. Because it is not about the goal or the destination. Okay, your goals and destination will keep changing. But instead of being fixated on that goal, focus on who you're becoming in that journey. Because the winning moment was very small, it was over in the blink of an eye. But it was the journey, those 2 years in which I became that different person I draw strength from that part. And that is something that will stay with you forever. So fall in love with the process, okay? So every time that you're stepping out and the box voice says that, are you sure? And there are heartbeats, what do? You move with fear. You dance with fear. Because only when you dance with fear and you face fear again and again is when you're going to change it. Okay? So again, with me, okay? So the box is saying, are you sure? What are you going to do? You're going to move with fear and you're going to dance with fear. You're going to move with fear and you're going to dance with fear again and again till you don't change that story. And give yourself the permission to fail. If I did not fail in college, in the 9th standard, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't be here sharing an idea today. So allow yourself to fail. On that day, I failed in front of 500 people, 1,000 people, those 2 times. And today, because of that step, I'm able to inspire millions. So isn't that worth it? So any experience that you go through in life, there'll always be a plus and a minus side to it, okay? The biggest plus will always have a minus, right? But I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. If you just learn to deal with that little bit of minus with, you know what to say, right? Yeah, so you just move with it and you change your story. If I didn't allow myself to fail, I wouldn't have been an actor today. An actor's life is full of rejections, right? So I started viewing it as an experience, as a beautiful experience of learning, growing. And that's how I am an actor today. So again, taking you back to that moment, the turning point of my life, where I was frozen. And today I love being on stage. I love expressing myself. And I look forward to these moments when I'm on stage and on camera. So if I can do it, again, you can do it too. Has anyone felt something like this? That, when you're trying to step out, you feel something in your stomach? You feel that? Yes, I can see a few hands going up. Yeah. So what do you do when you feel like that? You hold that and then you move with fear. You dance with fear. Yeah. So movement is very important. And how about being that agent of encouragement for people around you? I wish someone had encouraged me back in school. There are very few people who encourage people for their weaknesses. We always, oh, you're good at this, please do this. But when they are weak at something, we never encourage them. So how about encouraging those people who are weak at something, and maybe that can become like a turning point for them? So can we become that agent for them from today? Look around and find those people around you every single day. And this is a quote that has stayed with me for a very long time through my challenges and my struggle. It's called Live Your Life Undefeated by Anything, quoted by Daisaku Ikeda, who is a philosopher and educator. And this precisely means that no matter what's happening in your current reality, you must be failing, losing, and all of that. But what matters is that your heart is not discouraged. Okay? What matters is you still have that never give up spirit. What matters is that you are enjoying the process so much and you're just so much in the moment because the present is the only thing that's real. The past is memory, future hasn't happened. So with all your senses, you're in this moment. So when you're dealing with that difficult moment and you're stepping out of the box and for the first time, so you fall because this you're doing it for the first time, so you fall. Again, you have two choices. Am I going to complain every single day that, oh my God, this happened to me? Oh my God. Or when you fall, you decide to inspire others, to help others, to lift others up. You enjoy this process because you've done it a couple of times. You're helping others too. And you're making life so fulfilled while doing that. And you're walking towards your goal. Right? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, every single morning, ask yourself, am I ready to step outside that box? Can I just take that one step? And when the voice says, are you sure? I move with fear. I dance with fear. I move with fear. I dance with fear. Thank you very much.